A very good morning to you. Welcome to the programme. Our main news today. The Metropolitan Police says Mohammed Al-Fayed's youngest alleged victim now, that you think that it's about one person. You think it's about Epstein, you think it's about Harvey Weinstein, and then you realise these actors, particularly in powerful places, often don't act alone because it is a story in the household. You can't. I've been up since 1:47 a.m.
Let's not.
Often these people are not lone actors. We saw it with Jeffrey Epstein. They are, they have a ring of yes people around them. Always, it raises the question in my mind, apart from facilitating, but just being aware, not reporting abuse where you make moral duty, we expect people to do it. But there was a suggestion, I think, in the Criminal Justice Bill earlier this year, that there should be a crime in and of itself, a failure to report and not being vigorous enough in pursuing.
But again, they all
bill and the vote. It is fast upon those end of conscience, and it's interesting, isn't it, that David Cameron now has said over upon that and say, because she has said you must.
Sometimes, I mean,
so it is a question of whether
the job of Parliament.
It's a parliamentary.
So just to be clear, that that this is a second reading. Is if it gets its second reading, then it would go to a
committee stage.
Committee means that it is then in the process of essentially at some point becoming law.
Yes, it is.
It was just 13 years old and is now investigating hundreds of claims of rape and sexual assault against the former Harrods boss.
The Met's also launched an investigation into more than 5 people suspected of helping Mohammed Al-Fayed commit widespread sexual abuse over nearly 4 decades. Detectives are also reviewing previous probes into Al-Fayed to identify any mischances or misconduct on their side. Our chief correspondent,
Richard, and it's always the case, isn't it? And we've seen it time and time again, facilitated, and that's exactly what's being investigated now. It's a shock. That is our top story. We'll be discussing that and the rest of the day's news with Kwasi Kwarteng and Jonathan Ashworth. But first, here's Sean. Both give a bit of advice here, is to get, if you can, get an electric set and not an acoustic set, because then you can stick the headphones in.
It's not the same.
William and Kate, give him the kit. You have to make mistakes. Just go for it.
I'm with Ed.
You can't compromise talent, opportunity and ambition.
Crushing the talent.
Room to put him in a room a bit further away. Whereas in our house, we're a bit more cramped.
The room,
let me put it that way.
The houses.
Yeah, exactly. Now, it is, well, it was for me this morning, certainly icy. My car was glistening white.
And you had a bad night's sleep as well.
I can't, let's not go there. I had a bad dream. We'll maybe get to it later. Laura, though...